Mm-hmm.
I'm super excited about this segment, man. This is
The goat
one of the greatest to ever do
is
it,
my.
man.
That's he's my goat. He's my goat.
Yeah. So this topic is on, Slim Shady.
Marshall Mathers.
Yeah, Marshal Mathers, Eminem, whatever you want to know the names. Um, he's one of the greatest to ever do it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through our top 5 songs for Shady, and then we'll talk about a couple of things with Shady, like things like controversies, some of his best verses, and whatnot. So let's kick it off though. Let's talk about his best songs. We'll start with 5. You give me a 5, and we'll go from there.
Okay, so it's always hard. I'm really I always struggle to put things in order. And my order will probably change like afterwards, but the songs that I have, they're more recent. So I got I got Kill Shot just because I like his beef songs. I got Rap God because man just goes off in that song. There's no doubt about that. I got Lose Yourself
Hold on.
because
We're
what?
4 or 5. So pick your number 5, and
Oh, you just want one. Okay. Because you just said because what you said was the name. What you said was to pick 5 because
Did I
that's what
say
you
that?
said.
I
Normally,
told
yeah,
you I said
yes, you
pick your
did.
number
You messed
5.
up. You messed up.
That's all.
Anyway. All right. So for number 5, yeah, number 5, I'll just say Kill Shot because I like the fact that he didn't hold back on MGK. And he kind of just went at him because that's where Eminem's best content I think comes from is when somebody attacks him and he just decides he's just going to end their career with a
Just
bunch of rap and stuff like that. But
background, exactly. Yep.
yeah, he comes from that battle rap background and people know. I think it. God, I wish I could remember what rapper it was, but they were just honest about it, and they're just like, yeah, you. They're like, yeah, you don't mess with him. Like he's not the one to mess with. You don't go at him. They said you don't go after the white boy. You just don't do it.
Especially when back in his Dre days, when
hmm
and he had 50 in his background. He had real soldiers, so
Yeah.
that's what, So and
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest and upfront. It's like I don't pay attention too much to like the history and the rap and all of that. Like I'm here for the crazy one-liners that really make you think, and you're just like, how the heck did they think to put that together? And that's why I'm such a fan of Eminem because he puts some stuff in his songs that most people don't understand. Like I think people say this about J. Cole all the time. And they're just like yeah, he raps for smart people, basically. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. Like he raps and some of the stuff he says, like you won't get it if you don't like look into it. Like he just raps for people that have education, yeah, that are just smart and that can understand stuff.
just a little bit of brain, you can understand things, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is. Like do your research if you have to, but yeah, he just puts stuff in there, and you're just like, well, dang, like how did he manage that? But yeah, definitely that because I liked his whole battle going back and forth with MGK. Um, and one of his lines in a different song was like, "I had to give you a career to destroy it." And it's fact, like I didn't know anything about MGK before this beef came up, and I'm like, you just say I had to give you a career to destroy it. I'm like, it's the most disrespect, but it is what it is, man. Like that might be for people who don't know MGK. That might be the reason that you know him because he called out Eminem on, not even called out, but just said some stuff towards Eminem enough, like towards his daughter and stuff, to have him like write some songs about him.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. Some of my songs be relatable to that type of situation.
Yeah, just
So,
disrespect, man.
so my number 5 is "The Way I Am." Um,
Because I am whatever you
I
say
am
I
whatever you say I am.
am.
Why would I say that? In the
hmm
paper, the news every day, I am. I don't care. It's just the way.
Yep.
Eminem is it's just a super great chorus. He's basically saying people want to say what they want to say. You want to say I'm an asshole. You want to say I'm this and that. You know what? At times, to certain people, they gonna feel that way because that's been their experience with me. So I'm not gonna apologize for it. I am who I am, and the joint just flows. Just a great song.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in the FU mood, then like yeah, you understand. I've been in a whole lot of those for the past 10 years, so it's just a great song. The beat's great. Nice little
Relate, yeah.
He kills that. He kills all the verses. So this is that's number 5.
Okay. Number 4, just because I think it has to go on the list, is I'm gonna go with "Lose Yourself" for my number 4. And it's just, I mean, I feel like if you're an Eminem fan or just a rap fan in general, like you might know this whole song. It's just one of those songs like palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, there's vomit on the sweater, you know, already mom's spaghetti. Yeah, it's just one of those it's iconic. You know, people are never gonna forget about that song and those lines and just him just talking about battle rap, and it brings you back to the movie and everything. I ain't seen the movie in forever, but it's just a cool song. It's just a cool song in general.
So random little tidbit. He wrote all the battles in that joint.
Mm-hmm. He wrote them, huh?
It looks like he wrote. I think he wrote. What I heard is he wrote all the lines.
I believe it, man. He's crazy with his pen. He's crazy. He's crazy with that pen, bro. Something serious.
That one verse where he's like, Clarence's parents had a real good marriage.
Oh yes, that is wild. That when you said that, that makes me want to go back and watch the movie, like straight up. That's crazy.
Because he called him out for being trying to act like he's hard when he's like just suburban dude that went to private school. You know?
Yeah, preppy dude. Yeah, went to private school. Yeah, his
real name's Clarence. Clarence.
Clarence parents.
Yeah. So just a great, and then if you think about the actors in that movie, he definitely won't tell lies because there's no way he goes with the actors in that. So yeah. Eminem's, he's obviously a freestyle genius, but just a great MC.
Yes, definitely.
So my number 4 is "Kill You."
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know if I know that song, honestly. I don't know if I know that one.
With Shady, because Shady will kill you.
Oh, I actually don't know that one. I've never heard it. I'll go listen to it.
That's with me, bro, because I'll murder you. Like, stop playing. Like, for some people that be trying me, some people be trying me all the time about some other things, like, or, domestic nonsense, or like, you think you can just try me because you're taller than me. Like, I would kill you. Like, stop playing with me. It's all self-defense. I'm saying I'm not a.
I always loved Drew's song selections because he could relate to them 100%. That's exactly how Drew picks his songs. He can relate. Most of mine I can't relate to, but there's a line or two in there that I'm like, God dang, like they killed that line. But yeah, Drew's songs he can relate to. He's like, I'll kill you.
So basically, and the way this song is, if I talk about like the whole point of the song, it's like he's basically saying like, just don't try me. And he was talking about all the situations about how people have been disrespectful, and it's really mostly directed at the females that have done the crazy that happened in his past, and we already know about all of that. That's well documented. But at the end of the song, he's like joking, like, "Yeah, I'm just playing, I love y'all." But it's a great song.
He does that all the time. He does that joke all the time. He's like, "Oh yeah, y'all know I'm just playing. Y'all know I'm just playing." He said in one of his songs that when he was like going off on MGK at the end of it, he was like, the day that you put out a hit will be the same day that Diddy will admit that he got Pac killed or something like that. And then at the end of it, he was just like, I'm just playing Diddy. I love you, man. Like, really? Really? You just say this in a song?
I love the way he starts out this song too, bro, because he's like, basically he's like I think it goes like this. It's like when I was just a little baby boy, my mom used to tell me these crazy things. Used to say my daddy was an evil man. Used to tell me he hated me. But then I got a little bit older and I realized she was the crazy one, and there was nothing I could ever do or say that could just change. That's just the way that she was. Like yo, like he just breaks it down to like he explains like yo his whole situation with his mother and all that. So it's not just like he's giving you his life, while he's talking about it. And then it's just like yo, you don't what with Shady, with Shady will kill you. It's just man, what a banger, bro. This is a banger. Out here probably every week. I got a Shady playlist, so definitely a banger.
I'm gonna check that one out.
Oh yeah,
check that one out. I can't believe I don't know that one.
Can't
believe I don't know that one.
Straight up banger. Go ahead, number 3, bro.
Okay, so the next one is Rap God, and the reason being, I'll save my line from it for the end because a lot of people understand this line, but it's just one of those lines I'm like, what made you think to put that in a song? And I don't listen to enough rap to know if somebody used the line before, but I'm gonna save the line for later. But to me, this one's just impressive because it's one of those where he kind of just speed raps, but he don't just speed rap to say stuff. Like everything he says, like kind of like builds on the rest of the stuff that he's talked about in the song, and he talks about himself being a rap god, and he has songs on one album where he talks about himself being the greatest. And I just love that he puts those songs out there because obviously in some people's opinion, he is the greatest. And I like that he raps about it. It's like, yeah, like y'all can't do nothing to me right now. Like I sold all these albums and I'm gonna tell you about it. And it is what it is. Like
it's really one of the goats.
Say what?
Truly one of the goats. You can't even argue.
Yeah.
Numbers wise, skill set wise, whatever argument you want to make, he's one of the best to ever do it.
He is. He is, man.
From a culture standpoint, the white boy goes in here and takes our stuff and is one of the best. But that's the same thing that JT did with all just respect, man. With dudes that's why 50, went to his, who's him with Drake.
Because J. Cole did have a line saying, he asked if his skin was pale, would he sell like as much as Eminem or Adele? You know what line I'm talking about. You know what line I'm talking about, and I'm like, I feel like you got a lot of record sales, J. Cole, and I feel like he didn't need to say that. But hey, if that's how he feel about it, that's how he feel about it. Yeah. But come on, like Eminem is different. Like if you're a true rap fan, like just listen to a couple of his songs, like that you haven't listened to in a while. You will find a line or two in there. That's my point from Eminem. That's if you don't take anything else from this, like if you don't want to listen to his music because he's out there and he says some crazy stuff in his songs, just listen to a couple of them and like really listen to them and listen to some of the lines and some of the stuff he is saying. And you would be like, yeah, nobody says stuff like this and nobody has this kind of wordplay and like just some of the bars it's just insane. They're unreal. They're unreal. I'm like, how did this man think to say this? And that's why I like Eminem so much. It's just he's just different.
Wayne is the same way. This is similar to Wayne.
Yeah, he is. He's like he hasn't done a lot of that recently. Like new Wayne ain't the same as old Wayne, but old Wayne used to say some stuff and you're like, what? This man
Real G's moving signs like lasagna.
Yeah, I love that line. That's one of the best. That's one of the best. That's one of the best lines ever.
I know you're talking about.
That's one of the best lines ever.
I do it again like nigga backwards. I do it again like nigga backwards.
Oh yeah.
It was 3 years. I was like, I have no idea what he's saying, but that should sound hard, so I'm just gonna say it. But then 3 years later, I'm like, you know what? Oh, if you put it backwards, it is again. Extra G.
Yep. And those are the lines that I love that you have to like, wait, what did you just say?
You gotta look it up.
You gotta look it up. You gotta research. You gotta lines like that. You gotta research. Like no, because people won't put that time in and research. But yeah, you gotta understand it.
Well, you gotta look it up. The bar sometimes like, what did he say? Did he?
Yeah.
I need to look it up. That's when you know, dude. Nice. When you gotta look up rap genius.
I love it. Like in one of Eminem's albums, he just talked about how y'all were saying like Revival was a flop or whatever. That was one of his things that he said over and over again in his album. And he mentioned in one of the albums, and he was like, this dude on freaking Yahoo or something said I rhymed rhymes with chimes, and then he just went off, about I was rhyming the whole sentence. You know what? It's like I think I found this dude address. I'm finna pull up to his house. Like Eminem is crazy, man. He's crazy, but he's there to entertain, and he's just got a different kind of talent. It's like I don't know. I can respect it. Like it's like when we talked so much about Salah, because he just does stuff that you're like, yeah, I'll never be able to do that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And that kind of stuff impresses me. Like Eminem, some of the lines that he writes. This is why I'm not a rapper, because I can't do the stuff that he's doing. Like this is why I'm not the best rapper in the world, because I can't do what he's doing. And this is why I'm not listening to your SoundCloud, all y'all rappers out there, because y'all not doing stuff like this.
Exactly. You know what's wild? Because talking about those rappers, I try to be a rapper. Like you already know that. This is how I got. This is why I use the Young Barry. This is the whole reason why I use that. You know what I'm saying? Because I got the Barry name. That was a whole random hood thing that happened. But then I took the Young Barry because Young Jock and all those dudes was
huge. It was all young.
They all
used to be young.
So that's how I got the whole Young Barry. That's where that came from. Because I had a whole rap career that fell off. Like I was not. I don't have that gift. Like I'm a great athlete, basketball player. Like that's and my mind works differently. I'm not great at just writing lyrics. Like I'm not good at that.
It is a gift, man. The thing I like about good rappers is that they're educated, because they gotta be educated to put new stuff into their music. You know what I mean? Like just like Eminem, like you could tell, like when he raps, of course there's some things that you don't want him to rap about, but for him to rap about them, he has to know about it. You know what I mean? They gotta be educated, and they gotta kind of keep up with the times.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know what else to say. Yeah,
there's nothing to say that. Like, yeah. The dude, he's got a great team around him, and we can talk a little about the way his career trajectory and how he made some decisions with his career that I wouldn't have done, and it showed in his sales and whatnot, in this production aspect of his music. That if he didn't made those decisions, then his career would have been more mainstream than he is now, and had a longer career on top, kind of like Drake's been on top of the game.
He got artist of the decade, right?
Yeah, like literally Drake's been like top.
I think I also saw some crazy statistic, and you'll have to look this up, but it was something crazy, like 1 in every like 300 streams or something like that on Spotify was a Drake song or something. It was something insane, and I'm like, that's ridiculous. How is this man moving like that?
14-year-old teenage girls too. But
that's what I'm saying. Like that doesn't make any sense to have that kind of dominance in the music industry. Like that's insane. Because there's a lot of people that don't even listen to rap, but 1 in every 300 or like I said, you got to look that fact up and confirm it. I know it's something crazy like that, but
gosh, man, you look up the facts.
It's wild, bro.
We don't worry.
Yeah. We just 2 guys, bro. But it's something like that. Please correct me if I'm way off, but I heard it was something crazy like that, and I'm like, yeah, that's nuts. That's nuts. That don't make any sense.
So I guess speaking on that, don't make no sense. The nonsense but the greatness of this song is my number 3. This could arguably be the number 1 song, because I probably listened to this song more than any other song of Eminem's. Mm-hmm. The other 2 are such great songs, and I have to put them above just from a quality standpoint. But Superman is my number 3. Man, you know the song I'm talking about, right? So.
Pretty sure I know.
I mean, look, how you not gonna know this song? I do know one thing, go. Women, they come, they go. Saturday through Sunday, Monday through Sunday.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll someday grow. But I don't even.
Yeah.
I
know the song.
So basically, this song is you talking about these gold digging hoes that be out here, thinking that somebody's gonna come out there and save them. And Superman just, he's saying, I'm not gonna come save you like Superman. I'm gonna use you the way you're gonna be treated the way you deserve to be treated, because you don't have no values, and and you're just a gold digger, and people gonna feel some type of way about that. But if that's the way you picking your dudes, then that's how life gonna work. Like it's just how it's gonna go.
Yeah,
And the song was so hot, man, that the
you're
Drake
gonna get
stole
found
the
out.
chorus. Drake stole the chorus and used it in what in one of the newer one of his later albums. He just straight up stole the chorus and used
Drake
it.
steals songs all the time, man.
Yeah,
Like he
so
steals
yeah,
he steals beats all the time. He always be
yeah.
borrowing
I
people's
think it's
stuff.
I think it's Chicago in the Chicago freestyle. You
Oh, okay.
the Chicago it literally he repeats the Eminem, women they come they go, that
Yeah,
type
I
of
mean,
thing.
you're not gonna outright
Yeah,
Eminem, so you might as well you
like
might as well
so
just
the
might
whole
as well take
concept
a
of
little
it,
bit of it.
I love it, man. The whole concept of obviously they when they come in, we all been through multiple relationships and all that and different types of things. You don't worry about the things these people come and go, and you got to see it. Sometimes you just gotta let things go and just not put your emotions involved. And basically, and one of the best things I like about this is one of the second one. I think it's the second verse where he's talking about and this is the one thing I do truly hate about some of the interactions I've had over the years. It's the fake stuff, man. It's like, so basically this is how the verse goes. She's like, uh, she's like Haley, I think it's Jacob. I love that name. A rotten tattoo, like something, blah blah blah. She's like, so, and then Eminem's response is basically this girl saying that, I can relate to you. He's like, first off, you don't know Marshall. Add also, don't grow partial. That's ammo for my arsenal. I slap you off that bar stool. Leave handprints all across you. Basically, what he's saying is stop acting like you know me. You know what I'm saying? Like she's saying, oh, I didn't mess with plenty of dudes. You're just playing on Marshall to me. Yeah. He's like, ooh, girl, yeah, run that game. It was Haley Jacob. Love that name. Love that tattoo. What's that say? Rotten pieces. That's great. No, like stop being fake, man. Just like be real in this situation. Like this whole groupie thing. Like I'm not gonna entertain it. This is why people didn't like Eminem because he was F that. We're not gonna be fake type of thing. We're gonna call people out. Mariah Carey want to talk crazy stuff about me. I'm gonna call out. And this is when
I got plenty of stuff to say.
was on top. This is when Mariah Carey. I'm just like, nah. Mariah would say something crazy stuff. No, I'm gonna respond. He would have got canceled in this era. But Eminem was like one of the true realest crazy dudes. Just said what he felt. It didn't have no.
You did.
It had no.
Nobody wants beef with Eminem to this day. Like that's not what you want in the rap game. That's not it. Unless you're trying to build your career and try to get some plays, because that's one of his favorite things to say in his songs now. It's just like, oh yeah, if I respond to this, it's just giving you more publicity because of who I am. So it's like it's one of those things where it's like, man, do I respond? Like, do I waste my time to respond to this to give him more attention? No. Yeah, because of a million. It's like at this point, it's like, nah, I make too much money to respond to these, bro.
I'm giving you pub. So if you're irrelevant,
and he said that in He said that in a couple songs too. It's just like, yeah, I'm really too rich to respond to this.
Basically, I can't be your Superman. It's basically the whole theme of the song. So check it out. It's a banger. Obviously, most people didn't heard it. And if you haven't heard it, you probably heard Drake singing the chorus, so you've heard it. Because the whole purpose of the song is that chorus. The chorus is the bangers. So you're number 2, bro.
Okay, so I think you said The Way I Am. I think I am whatever you say I am. So that was one of mine. But my next one, I think, would have to be Without Me, and it's just, I don't know. It's just one of those songs. It's similar. It's because nobody wants to see Marshall no more. They want Shady. I'm chocolate. Yeah, man. He just goes off in the song, and he's like, what is it? Sometimes the line is like, sometimes it just wait, god dang it, I ruined the line.
It's me. It's just the skin.
Yeah, but it's just me. I'm just obscene. And the worst things. Yeah, we both know the song. Yeah.
Black music so selfishly to use it to make myself wealthy.
The
Yep, that's a
hey,
concept that works. We just talked about with JT. We talked about JT, white boys taking over the rap game. We literally
What
talk about
about when
real
it comes
shit,
to in
bro.
the sea? It feels
Yep.
so empty without me. Yeah, yeah. This is him being the
Oh,
most
this is when he had
conceited.
all
This
the
is him in the
copycats.
song. This is him being the song, being like the most conceited person ever. Basically, is saying, "Hey, all these people out here, but it wouldn't be the same without me."
This is back when he had all the copycats. So this was a
Yeah.
response. Actually, I remember this when I was a kid. This was back when so Eminem was this new white boy who's hot and fire, and then all these random white boys started coming out of the woodworks putting out music, and like, yo, like, yo, stop it. Like, there's only
He's
one
like,
shade, man.
Eminem's like,
One
let me shut this
shady.
down real quick. Let me shut this down
One
real
shady,
quick.
dog. Everybody stop trying to be like me. Stop trying to take my flow. Stop taking my style. Like, I'm the one and only. I'm the only shady. That's I'm gonna do only person like me, man. This is when all those random dudes came out and
Was the real Slim Shady a response to that too?
yeah, yep. This
It
is around the
was.
same time.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
this is
That
back
makes
when
sense.
Bubba
That makes
Sparks.
sense.
Y'all probably remember a lot of these rappers. Bubba Sparks, Paul Wall. This is back when
Paul Wall.
all these random white dudes just started coming out of the woodworks and trying to put out music, and we were just accepting them because because of M. And basically, M's response was like, "Yo, there's only one Shady, dog. So like,
Mm-hmm.
stop it and stop stealing my flow and stop trying to steal my stuff."
Feels so empty without me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bang.
but you can't really copy this dude because you can't write lines like him. You really can't. Like you just can't do it. You just can't do it. But I think those were my last two, The Way I Am and that Without Me song. So what you got left?
All right. So on that same note, and around that same time period, and I text you this, so you already know this is coming. My name is. Hi,
What?
my name is. My
It's who?
name is who?
It's who?
Nigga
It's
Slim
Slim
Shady.
Shady.
Yo, I mean, and the great thing about the song is you come out the woodworks like with that, just with the bars. You know what I'm saying? Like, hi kids, you like violence? Like, like you want to try shit and get more stuff than my life is? Like,
Oh my god.
Eminem was he's a wild boy, and he killed this joint. The flow, the beat, everything is great. It's perfect. I'm pretty sure this is around the Dre time period, so I'm sure he had a play in the production of this. But just a great banger, beat killer. It just reminds me of Shady. Every time I hear the song, like, yo, Eminem truly was one of the greatest, like in his prime, like, yeah. And it just reminds, like, yeah, Slim Shady, like, yeah, that's the dude, bro. So it just reminds me of him. That's so much. That's why he's number 2 for me. If you ain't heard it, go ahead and listen to it. It's a banger, obviously. But I'll skip to my number 1 because we're gonna take it on a more serious note, and this is why it's number 1 because I appreciate storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
This song I'm gonna talk about is he literally paints a picture of what's going on in this scenario, and it's Stan. So this
Good call. Good call.
favorite Eminem song.
Very much appreciate that one. Yeah, that's a great number 1.
I mean, you can talk about your thoughts first if you want to go about.
Yeah. So since this is your number 1, I'll give you my take on it. I mean, my take was the first time I saw this video, I'm like, this is the most insane thing ever. And then at the end, when it all like kind of comes together, I'm like, dang it, man. Like, dang it. Like, this is like one of the realest stories ever. And it's just like, I don't want to research it and see if it really happened because it probably did. And I don't want to know, like, I don't want to know about it. But yeah, I mean, some crazy fan kind of want to be everything like Eminem, but doesn't really know everything about what Eminem's gone through and doesn't really know what's really
what's real, what's not.
what's real and what's not. Like what's real and what, like, okay, I rapped about this, but that doesn't mean this actually happened. You know what I mean? Not everything I put in my raps is true. Some of it is just
I
to
should be
like
saying this kid dog. How fucked up is you? That's what he said.
Yes,
that's the line.
that's the line. That's the line. He was like, I was just saying this.
This shit about
Yeah.
you used to do Sid too. I think you talking about acid. Like,
Yeah.
I just be saying this shit.
Yeah.
Playing, dog. How fucked up is you?
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I really think that you need to go and get some counseling and something like that.
Yeah,
It's wild, bro. Wild. But to paint the picture, if you haven't heard the song, I guess
Great
Eminem,
chorus. Ooh, banging
huh?
chorus. The chorus,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
chorus. It starts
yeah.
out just such a beautiful melody. It's got a little
Hmm.
R&B vibe, just a nice little chorus. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
I don't.
yep, yep.
To this day, I don't know what she's saying, but it's just nice little rhythm to the song.
Yeah, but it's great though. Like he I guess to briefly tell you the story, it's just like
Yeah,
it's
go
just
ahead.
like yeah, it's just him. Basically, there's this fan of Eminem. He's a big time Eminem fan, and basically just wants to be Eminem. I don't know how else to explain it. Just wants to be Eminem or be like Eminem and meet Eminem and everything. And he just goes through his whole life like writing Eminem letters, and basically like I think he names his kid after Eminem's mom or something like that. Something weird. You have to listen to the
I think
song to
it's
get all the facts.
I think it's Haley. Oh,
Yeah.
Bonnie. I think
Oh,
you said Bonnie. So I
yeah.
don't even know who Bonnie is though.
I don't
So
know if that's
probably
Eminem's mom or what,
maybe it's
but
his mom.
basically it was some relation to kind of be like, okay, I'm gonna have a daughter and I'm gonna name her like the same thing, something that relates to Eminem. Like
Yeah.
thinking about getting Eminem tattoos and everything. Like basically, he just wants to be Eminem, like do everything like this
Well,
man. So
this is a common
he
thing
gets
where fans
yeah,
are just so obsessed
super
with it.
fans.
And
Yeah,
it's super weird to me. Not calling it
yeah,
right now. Like it's super weird to be this
hmm
obsessed with another human being
yep,
just
yep.
doing their thing, living their
And
life.
and
And you
that's what
sit there.
Eminem writes about in the song, and hopefully that helps somebody like along the way. As much as obviously he profits off the song and everything, and it's a good song and a good story. It's like hopefully they understand like you
That's
shouldn't be this obsessed. You shouldn't be this obsessed with somebody. Like you should not be.
it's super
And he
weird.
basically gets to the point where he's like, "All right, Eminem, like you don't want to respond to me. I'm gonna do something crazy and drive my car off a bridge." You know what I mean? Like he just goes that crazy because he can't get attention from who he's such a big fan of, you know? And then Eminem finally responds, but
It's too
in
late.
his response, he realizes, yeah, it's too late that this dude is actually the one that he saw like on TV drive with his wife and kid off the bridge.
Yeah.
And yeah, crazy story, crazy story of a crazy fan. But yeah, that's a really good number one for real because that one really paints a picture and it just puts you there like, dang, and that's how he is the song. Like, dang, that
And
just
to paint
happened.
a picture and to make it rhyme in rhythm, on beat,
Mm-hmm.
it's the greatness. This is why you're
It's
one of the
unreal.
people to ever do it. This is why you're one of the goats. Arguably, to me, he's one, two, or three. We
Mm-hmm.
can debate that all we want, but it doesn't matter. Hov is always going to be number one for me. But number two, there's no argument for me. He's number two. You can, I guess, there's people you can put there that you want to put there, but for me, it goes Jehovah, and then it goes Eminem, it goes Weezy, and you know, and, Eminem's just one of those dudes that he has the skill set to be able to tell stories. He can do. If you need the the silly songs, you can do
Mm-hmm.
the ass like that. You can do just lose it. It's just plenty. If you want the club joints, we got all type of thing. Or if you want the workout songs, um, until I collapse, till I collapse
Yep.
could have been my number one song because
He
I
got on
always
that.
feel when I work out. Because you listen to that song, you can't get hyped to work out. Then you're not ready to work out. Then it's
Yep.
literally, he's like motivating you to work out. It's literally
And then
a goat
on top
song.
of that, like if he gets on a feature, like you're really competing with him for the best verse if he gets on a feature too, because
Yeah,
you know he's gonna bring it. Like
yeah.
I'm trying to think back to his verse on Forever, and you just know it's good because it's Eminem, but I don't know, they all kind of killed that song though, and maybe it was just really good for the time that it came out. But yeah, just there's just different songs. I think he had a really good verse on B.O.B.'s song Airplanes or something like that. I think he was explaining like how am I gonna explain food stamps and Wick to Haley or something like that, and I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, like he gets deep in these songs, man. He really be
Lily had a
putting
song.
something in this stuff.
He had a song with the game where
Mhm.
it's called "We Ain't Going Nowhere," where the game after M's verse is like, "Yo, Em just killed me on my own shit. Like, come on, bro. I
That's
like
how it is. Like but you
like,
notice going into
like,
the song, like your verse is not gonna be better than Eminem's, bro. Like you're gonna take that L.
yeah. Like people would just not use him because he's like, yo, you can't be out here outshining me on my own track, man.
On my own track, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so my line from earlier from Rap God before I forget about it, and I think I told you this line before, and I don't know why it's so impressive to me, but I'm like, dang man, how did he think to do that? And he says, in Rap God, he says, "You're witnessing a massacre like a church gathering taking place, looking boy." So basically, like obviously a massacre, like you killing a bunch of people, but you're also witnessing a mass, like you Catholic and you going to mass. And I'm like, I could not.
Like,
When I first heard this line, I was like, I can't beat this line. I can't forget this line because like the way he just threw those together, like it was no big deal. Because in that Rap God song, like the lines just come at you fast. You know what I mean? So they just go back to back. You don't really have time to think about them. But that one, I'm like, bro, like a massacre and a massacre? Come on, bro. Like, how do you think to do that? So that was one of those lines where I'm like, okay, you can find something similar to this in probably every Eminem song. And you're just gonna be almost blown away, like, dang, how did he think to put that together? Like, what was he thinking? How did he do that?
yeah, yeah. Yeah. All right, so since we're on the topic of verses and lines,
Mhm.
so one of my favorites is the chorus for Big Winnie. Yeah. So you know the
For
song I'm
what?
talking about, Big Winnie.
I don't know
So
that song.
yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. So I'm gonna read you the chorus. All right, you definitely heard this song if you yeah, any Shady fans heard this song. So so you're just jealous of me because you just can't do what I do. So just instead of just admitting it, you walk around and say all these really mean things about me because you're a mean. Because I'm not what you want to be. So you just like a so you look like an idiot when you say all these mean things because it's just easy to see you're really just a big meanie. Yo, literally, like you gotta listen to this chorus. It's literally perfect. It flows perfect. And then he goes into his first verse where he's like, "We're gonna explore why you're so fucking jealous." Like, yes, literally, all the haters out there, every hater would hate this song.
Yeah.
Clearly, it's talking about all these assholes who just be jerks because they're jealous of other people. This is a response. We were talking about people that was hating on him. This is literally a response to all the people who you're just mean. You're just a big weenie. Like you're just being mean. You're just a meanie because you're jealous. And I'm gonna call you out because of it. And then the verse, just like the chorus is literally perfect. Go ahead and look up that song. If
He's
you ever
petty, man.
Big Weenie is yeah.
Yeah, he's really petty because he could do something like that and then he can just say every curse word in the book in a different song about you. He's really just petty for making stuff like that. Because without hesitation, he gonna talk about you and your mom and everybody else, and then in another song, he just gonna call you a meanie.
Yeah. You're just a meanie, bro. That's why you're upset. So I would go to my number two though for my second favorite Eminem verse.
Okay.
Because I don't even have to like look it up because I already know the whole thing. It's what you say. You know that song, "What You Say" with Dr. Dre. So what you say is what you say. Say what you say, how you say, whenever you saying it. Just remember how you said it when you were spraying it. So who you playing with? Yo, my boy, kill that joint. Basically, the whole point of the song is, you gonna say some stuff about me. Say it like you mean it. And remember how you said it. Remember that energy. It's that keep that same energy concept.
Yeah.
Keep that same energy. What you say is what you say. What you say, how you say it, whenever you saying it. Just remember how you said it when you were spraying it. So who you playing with? Just remember that. Just remember that. For all the people that just like to say silly things and talk crazy to people, just remember that energy you was talking to. I had the same situation actually recently with a client, a job, just talking crazy to me, and I was like, right, just know that you say this energy you're giving me. Just remember, you gave me this energy, and that's why we won't talk to you no more. You're no longer a customer.
Yeah, just don't forget.
Me ever again because you are a complete asshole for no reason. I've never even met you, and you're being an asshole to me. Yo, so just keep that same energy. That's the whole point of that song. It's also a great song. Mixed my list, but it's a Dr. Dre joint. It's a Shady joint produced by Dr. Dre. He's in that joint. Yeah, banger verse. Great song as well. Could have made my top 5, but just I hope playlist for 30 Eminem songs. Your next verse. Is that all you got?
It's probably. I think that's just about it because mine were mostly not full verses. Like because one of my favorite was one of the like B.O.B. ones that I mentioned earlier, where he was just like, "Let's pretend Marshall Mathers never picked up a pen. Let's pretend things would have been no different. Let's pretend he never blah 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 blah." And then that's where he goes. He was like, how am I gonna explain like food stamps and wait to my girls and everything like that? And I just liked it, like, and that was just the flow of the song, like just kind of pretending that things didn't work out how they were, and he had to like basically like live off nothing, you know. So yeah, there's a lot of lines. I will have some more to just throw into random pods, but for now I got my songs and I got my one line. You're witnessing a massacre like you're watching a church gathering taking place, looking boy. And you can almost put that on. You can almost put that on my grave when I die. Like I love that line. Absolutely love it.
Yep. Yeah. Another bang. Another just like it's like a science, type of thing. He's just clinical,
Yeah.
Yeah, and so
it's too
I
skilled.
think my last verse was a Superman chorus. I did confirm it is a Chicago freestyle. He starts out with the Drake, the 230 baby, what you need better band. So like you could tell he's gonna do you can tell, and then literally the chorus he steals is I do know one thing though, women they come they go. Like instead of the word
Sunday through Monday.
Instead of the word bitch, yes.
He just said women.
He just used women. He literally stole. Obviously, he probably sampled or got permission on that, but literally he stole. That's how you know it is so hot because that Eminem drink went out 15, 20 years before that, and he's still in the verse from 20 years ago. What else I gotta say, man? So yeah. All right, so we're gonna get into this the Eminem just a little bit before we close it off with our game. We'll just talk about this a little briefly, actually. We'll make this quick. So Eminem, people came at him because these old people are finding old tweets and old stuff. So people just going through his library stuff and they found a couple things he says, and they just been offended by it. Different communities are upset about it, especially the LGBTQ community because he jokes too much around, and I can understand it because back in our time when we were a little bit younger, it was a little bit more acceptable to just joke about this stuff, but he just says a lot of things that are just super wild, like even in the Just Lose It song, he's like, I think he's like, yeah, boy, shake that. Oops, I mean, girl. Like even that, like he's just joking about homosexuality, and people are just like super offended by it. So it's like, he just used to joke about homosexuality so much that people just found it offensive, and other things he used to say, like talking about killing his mother and like because his mom was like evil and shit. So it's just things he said that like super crazy, and people try to cancel him. But at the end of the day, talking about one of the goats, you're not going to cancel the goat. His
stuff just doesn't his stuff doesn't necessarily age well with the time that we're in now. It's just like
It
Family
does.
Guy that we always mention. It's like we
Yeah.
don't really know how Family Guy's still getting away with some of the stuff that they do. We really don't know because not everyone can get away with that. But it's funny because he talked about this in some songs too, and just bits and pieces. And he was just he mentioned something in one song, and he was just like, how are y'all gonna cancel me like when I made up stan, the word they love to use so much. Like everybody says, "Oh, I stan so and I stan this person because they're crazy fans about him." Like that's what people say, and they're
I
like,
didn't even
"Yeah,
realize it.
realize Eminem
I
started."
didn't even
Yes,
realize that it
that
came
came
from that. I didn't
that
even
came from
realize that.
Eminem. Like that's
I
what he
didn't
put in
even
one of his
realize
songs.
that.
He was like, "How are y'all gonna cancel me? Like I created stan, like the word y'all love to use so much." It's like you know how much you know how many times you see that. You know how many people use that. Yeah,
Wow.
that's Eminem. That's why people say it
My favorite
because of the
Eminem song, and
song,
I
bro.
didn't realize that that was from
But
this
no,
song.
that's where it comes from, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he was like, how you gonna?
Because they
I
say
wish
Kobe
I'll
Stan.
have to.
They say Kobe Stan. They call us Kobe
Yeah,
Stan.
you're a Kobe stan. Yeah, that would be
I'm
you.
not a Kobe Stan.
You were a Kobe stan for sure. But
I'm
anyway,
definitely not a Kobe Stan because I root for LeBron. Ain't
you were
nobody
a Kobe
call me
stan,
a
bro.
Kobe Stan.
Bro, you
Maybe
were a
I
Kobe stan.
was. Maybe I
You
was.
were a Kobe stan for sure.
Maybe I
But
was.
yeah, that's what he put that in the end of one of his songs. He's like, y'all can't cancel me. I created stan. Like like this is all y'all use on the internet now.
Why Chappelle didn't get like they try to cancel Chappelle when you're this level of greatness and when you're at this when you're on top of the mountain you can't
You
be
just got too many. You just got. I don't know. You just got too many fans. Like obviously, there's some things. There's some things you can do that can get you completely canceled. But
no,
I guess he
apparently
just
not.
hasn't. I guess he just hasn't crossed that line.
Apparently not. Yeah, there's
His
no.
line. He got
I'll tell
when
you
you
about
get
it. Like
famous.
it
When you
doesn't
get
get worse.
famous, your line just gets higher. That's all it is. His line's just higher. You can't. He's got a higher line. Oh man.
I
But
think he matter of
yeah.
fact in one verse he said he was like he was like yo if you see my dad tell him I killed this dream I killed him in this dream I had like you literally talking about killing his dad
His
like
dream. I
it's
killed
the
him in his
crazy
dream.
shit bro he's crazy dog Eminem was a crazy dude bro like yeah wild boy man yeah anyway
Nah, man,
we'll cut it short and
there's
we'll move on to our last game so we can close this
yeah,
out.
yeah. We'll have to do like a second Shady segment when I got more lines prepared. But because like I could think of some in my head, but I'm like I need the couple lines before that that made it to this line that was like banging. But the massacre line, like you could just put that out there and you're like, dang, like yeah, he killed that.
Yeah and there's a one when he talks about Michael Jackson like,
Which one?
there's a there's a song where he talks about Michael Jackson,
Mm.
you know, like like I think it might be still be lose it. He's like, I didn't touch on everything but little boys, and that's not a damn like that's just a metaphor. I'm just
Just
Michael. Like,
he's tired. He's childish, man. That's the
it is
thing.
a
Like
stat of Michael
it's
because
almost
there's
like it's
different
almost
things.
like all right. When he writes this song, it's like who does he have to get these songs cleared with? Because some of the stuff he says, I'm just like, okay, it's okay if you wrote that because it's hilarious. But it's like, who cleared you to put this on the track, man? Like, what happened?
It is. I don't know which song it is, but at the end of the song, Dre like obviously it's a bit whatever, but Dre's like, the fuck is the matter with you? You can't say this crazy shit you were saying, bro. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
that was he was a one of a kind. Didn't hold his tongue.
Use it to make myself wealthy. Hey, here's a little announcement. Yeah, I just can't. Some of those songs, man. I'll be listening to Eminem the rest of the week now.
And 30 white rappers emerged. Like
Yeah.
no matter how many,
No matter many fish in the sea, it'll feel so empty without me.
you know, just like you know the way I talk about this all the time about confidence. Obviously, we're all. I wish I was ever going to be as good as anything at
Hmm.
anything that Shady is, but
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
needs confidence. But if you're that talented, I cannot blame anybody
yeah.
like Shady for feeling like I use this shit and there's nobody that can touch it because he literally is one of the greatest in the history of the world to do something.
Yep,
And it's not many
yep.
people to say that.
It's just impressive, and I think it's one of the reasons, like right now, that I'm so picky about listening to rap is because like the bar that he set, the bar that he set, and this goes with R and B. This goes with rap. I don't even know what that is. This goes with this goes with rap. It goes with R&B. I just feel like a lot of the people in the past have set a precedent so high that it's like it's hard for me to listen to other stuff. It's really hard, and it's like y'all got all the tools now. Like y'all got more tools to add to your music. I feel like, and I don't know. I feel like the lyrics just aren't there, and it's always the lyrics for me.
It's more about
It's always the lyrics.
nowadays. It's all about production nowadays. It's all about.
And I don't care about that, man. I want the lyrics. Like I want to be impressed. I want to have to research something that you said, and I don't feel like I have to do that nowadays.
Exactly.
I feel like it's straightforward.
It is. You're not lying. It is for most of these artists. Yeah. That's why I listen to mostly. If I'm listening to rap, it's older rap. Like on my way back home today, I was listening to old Ludacris, man, word of mouth type of stuff, man. Like, back for the first time, Saturday, ooh, I got a big, like I'm listening to that, like, cause that's the music I grew up on, like those bangers where like the lyrics on top of the chorus is like all matched. It wasn't like I listen to a song and I have no idea what the dude is saying. Like I literally, it's the Jay-Z line, and I repeat this many times. It's like, what I'm saying?
Eminem.
It doesn't. No, Jay-Z. This is a Jay-Z line. Uh-huh. This is a Jay-Z line. He literally he said, just because you can't understand him, it doesn't mean that he's nice. It just understands you don't understand all the bullshit that he writes.
yeah. I mean, Eminem goes off on mumble rappers all the time and called MGK a mumble rapper. Yeah. Man said had enough of this tatted up mumble rapper. I'm like, come on, man, don't kill him like that. And then he was like, what good is a machine gun when it's out of ammo? I'm like, come on, bro. And that's one of the lines that I'm like, okay, if you heard the whole verse, you're like, yeah, that was hard, but I don't know the whole verse. I can just pick out those lines from the song because I'm like, he killed him. He killed him.
Yeah. All right. So let's close this off,
bro. This man.
All right, man. We're gonna go to our game, the biggest game of the season so far, from Premier League standpoint. Basically sealed the deal. But my boys versus your boys, man. Just to start our initial thoughts, I'll handle this part of the Grealish in at left wing, and this is why I say Pep can do whatever the hell he wants, but in the biggest games, when he plays Grealish, that tells me that the Grealish is still a part of the picture, because Grealish would have played in this game if Pep didn't have the faith in him. And Foden is in at the false nine, and I think we found our false nine. I think Foden's got to be it.
Okay.
So go ahead.
My initial thoughts is that Tuchel still has a lot of work to do. I'm praying to give him time because Chelsea's history doesn't really give coaches time, but they would be stupid to not give this man time. Like, he came in with a team that wasn't even his and won the Champions League. Like, you have to be stupid to not give this man time to build his own team. Like, you would literally have to be stupid. But anyway, he's won we've won 2 trophies with Tuchel, and I don't even think he's been here a full year. You would have to be stupid to let this man go. So, in any event,